Thank you for tuning into the Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Arael Marrocco. Peter is the director of the 12th Division of the ACIO, Advanced or Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. Jessica is a galactic liaison and interdimensional seer. Together, they will discuss the most current updates from the ACIO, Council of Five, and other extraterrestrial sources. Make sure to post your questions and comments below. Disclosures, insider intel that keeps you updated with planetary changes.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Disclosures. We have the second part of the series regarding Dark Fleet and its influence, this shadow group, and we're going to talk more about some of the other beings that are involved that Peter has encountered during his missions and catching us all up to date, and we have some more content that will come in as well. So without further delay, we're going to go right into it and welcome in Peter the Insider. Hello, Peter.
I want to say hello to you and to all of our regular, maybe not so regular listeners.
Thanks, Peter. And so, we started off, I'm going to go right into it. So I'm going to exit from the screen and we are going to get right into the show. Starting off with Dark Fleet here. And let's take a look at reminding everyone Dark Fleet and their connection to, being around for 12 to 6 million years, doing all sorts of different things.
This is the problem. This is the problem because it's a huge gap. But because it's like 6 million years, it's gap. So okay, just make a call. Know what I mean? It's either 6 or 12 million years. So long story short, the difference is between generations of Dark Fleet spaceships.
And you said currently we're in the 12th generation, is that correct?
Give me a second. This is the problem, and this is very big problem because we in ACIO believed, okay, fine, they are operating regular operations, 8th generation. Then they've got testing, 9th generation, and they are making, let's say, some sort of blueprints or whatever, some sort of very early stuff for 10th generation or generations of wide variety of different spaceships. And we were terribly wrong, and we were goddamn scared once we figured out that it's not true, and they are actively using the 12th generation full and stable. This is absolutely crazy. This is I will not watch my language. This is next level shit, because they can do really big damage. They can do, brain damage, not only, but damage, physically damage, somatic damage to human body. But technically, if we can brain consider as quotes tool of humans' existence, because we as humans got certain conscious, soul, spirit, or whatever, and this is next level craziness of mind control. like absolutely crazy. Like, I mean, I can't be scared by just something, but this is crazy. From my point of view, even they don't know what they are playing with. It's like you know, lighting the matches above the open barrel with full of gas.
Well, technically, they are an alien species that are cyborg. And so they don't have an understanding fully or compassion toward humanity, but they're interested in humans and their capacity and what they can create or build with them. But and then using humans.
Sorry, can I correct you, please? Not for that. Only for one thing. They consider humans as a rubbish. No, I mean, I need to be very clear about that.
Yeah, low opinion of humans.
Yes, very extremely low opinion.
Disposable.
Only one. Sorry, what?
Disposable.
Yes.
Yeah.
They let's say needed us, or they believed, or are they believing? I don't know. I can't determine it. What's the current status? For only one thing. They are, or they tried. I don't know what is the actual status, because the those motherships, I mean, like those huge ones, are really far away in our space in the first place. And according to my information, status quo, current status is that the centers are in another dimension, so we can call it another array density, and they've got only one ultimate goal. They need to make themselves reproducible again, because they can't make okay. First things first, one very important thing: they have much more how can we call it politely, genders or sexes. So not just males and females, but because they experimented. Yeah, they experimented, and because of that, those hybrids and mutants they produced, I mean, like, at least what we know, okay, there were four, so let's say like 2 variants of females and 2 variants of males, right? And then it grew to 8. That means 4 variants of males and 4 variants of females. And then it stopped. They were like, quotes, okay, quotes in quotes, okay with that. But they, you know, experimented with those 8s, like sexes or genders, in such crazy way that they made themselves no more reproducible. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the initial problem, and they found out us as one of very few species we can make ourselves reproducible. Technically, no, it's not true, because it will be like the sentence. It will be accurate, like we cannot reproduce ourselves, and we are getting to this stage. So no, that we are reproducing ourselves. Okay, this is it, and that's the only true reason why they are so interested in humans. Yeah, that's the stuff, because they've got many, I don't know, like dozens of sexes, I mean genders, but none of it's able, I mean, every single possible mix of them, none is working, no single way.
So is this is why they did that? I mean, as they're experimenting, they kind of
They ended up,
they made the bodies in such a way that it no longer was able to reproduce anymore.
yes. It's like, for example, female, and simply can't get, despite it's female, it can't get pregnant.
Impregnated.
Yes. Or even if it is possible to do so, yes, fine. But yes, there will be some fetus, for example, yeah. But fetus will not be born. It will die, for example,
Yeah. So is that what they're trying to do? Are they influencing some of these gender variations here?
Yes, definitely. They want to, if we want to, or if we are talking about what it is, LGBT agenda, because we've got only two sexes, males, females, period, end of story, like it or not. And they are trying to get, okay, what about trying to make some experiments? And while this crazy agenda is going on Earth, they are stealing, and that's the stuff many people believe, like those nice looking young women, especially, I don't know, virgins, or maybe young, like under age 22, 23, 25, let's say 30 at the most. It's not true. Not only women, men too, believe me, because they've got problem, like man problem too. Yeah,
What is their ultimate goal in doing this? Are they just pretty much using us to enhance their civilization, and then
yes,
they're going to leave, or
yes, because
or are they going to take over the planet?
I
which
don't
is
want
their...
to say that they can live forever, but they can live for, and believe me or not, for dozens of centuries, but no reproducing, or I don't want to say no, but very little chance of reproducing. It's like, let's say, certain percentage, so extremely low chance to make reproduction in their case.
But your opinion of, because it hasn't happened yet, but are they leaving, or are they going to take over the planet? Which one are they doing?
That's this question is hard to answer, but from my point of view, if they will not reach their goal, that means if they will not isolate certain, let's say, two sexes, two genders, and they will not mess around with that in their own typical way, in a certain, but once again, not from our point of view, from their point of view, acceptable time horizon, then but that's the question. What is acceptable time horizon from their point of view? That's question extremely hard to, what is extremely hard to answer.
So we don't know if they're going to be satisfied, and if they are satisfied,
if it will be fast enough for them. That's This is exactly it. So if it will be not fast enough for them, I've got absolutely no doubt that they will, and that's it. I don't know, like colonize planet or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, I
planet
think they
Earth.
already have in a way.
Give me a second. I'm talking about open war, not like being hidden or whatever. I'm talking about open war.
Okay.
Like we are talking about what? Like
World War III.
give me a second. What is that movie? Independence Day. I think like that.
Hmm.
Do you know
Yeah.
which kind of movie I'm talking about?
Yeah. I can bring that in.
I'm just saying. So it will be like that, you know.
Nope, that's not it.
It's kind of
That's just the 4th of July.
yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
internet is not doing what we want.
I should have specified movie.
Yeah. 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 But it's fine. We know what we are talking about. Yes. Yes. Yeah. 1996 movie. Yeah. That's
Sure.
it. That's exactly it. Yeah. That's it. So this is my opinion.
Well, what I saw a couple weeks ago, and it was kind of shocking to me, as I have a client, and they put this like spider thing on his back, and in the one of the legs of the spider were these implants, really tiny. It's almost like there was a long needle and a tiny little implant too, that when it's right on their spine. And a lot of people talking about back problems now too. And when we had it removed, and this green ooze like came out, like green stuff, and the guy got really sick, like very sick afterwards. But he's better now. But I don't know. They do some really weird stuff for what these implants, like I said, and so in the process of them experimenting on people, there's probably some casualties, right?
Yep, you are right. You are goddamn right.
And what about are they involved with this the metals that they're putting into I won't say what the
You mean the shots? You mean the
we'll say
shots?
the shots. Yeah.
Give me a second. The
Yeah.
shots. I don't. Nobody knows what we are talking about. Just shots.
Well, as long as the AI doesn't know, I think we're good. But so are they involved with that? Because there was never any purpose to put that in any type of remedy. We have flu shots and whatever, and they haven't had that stuff in there before. Well, maybe it's been going on, we don't know about it. But are they particularly involved in this like transformation to cyborgism?
This is partially, yes, partially stuff. Yeah, you are right.
But we can link it to them,
but
maybe not just them.
No, this is let's say mutual point of interest. But look at that, like nano stuff. Most people, once you was born and you was getting regular VA, you know what? V VAX.
Yeah.
So the stuff is, even since you and I and whoever is hearing this, once we were born and we were extremely small babies, and regular VAX process, we were injected with nanobots. Like it or not, it's true,
So
because
it's already been going on.
hey, 50 years. Even in 50 years, it's like the edge of 60s and 70s, late 60s, early 70s. They were using nanobots as like not a big deal. So nothing new. It was like not a big deal. It's like commonly used stuff. 50 years ago, you know. So we
But
need
not
to
to this, yeah, it's a different level. I mean, it's very
give me a second. I am not agreeing with you, but I'm just saying that we need to accept it, that this is a long-term agenda.
yeah.
This is not like something new because, you know, because of certain diseases or whatever. This is not a...
Do they anticipate a lot of people are going to die from this, or they're just going to transform into...
Give me a second. Give me a second. From this is what is going on in last 1.5 years or whatever. I don't know. Oh, I don't want to say any sort of prediction because, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. They've got certain plans. But even they who created that, it went completely out of their control. So, you know, it's, for example, they've got antidote, right? In the first stages, but it was for only few mutations, and it mutated that goddamn fast. And mutations there appeared very fast mutations of muted mutations, and nobody can control it anymore. Like screw, like forget it. Nobody has let's say solid antidote, and nobody can be sure that just inject this to me and I will be fine. It's BS. It's nonsense. No.
Well, even you said the mutations were being caused by the animals and possibly even...
Give me a second. Not only by animals,
but in addition to other people.
Give me a second. Yes, but for example, because of climate and weather conditions, like year seasons changed, or humidity, or I don't know, like wet, dry climate. Do you know what I mean? Wet climate in rainforests, or dry climate somewhere in the deserts or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Or special conditions in the top of seas and oceans. You know, this is crazy. This process is crazy. It's and way out of control. Nobody is controlling it right now. They overcalculate the whole process. They underestimate it totally, believe me. Yeah.
Well, that's the universe is probably not allowing anyone to get a handle on it, so that they can't.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
You know how, you know, there's part of nature and they're unseen, but they're always doing things that interfere with the predictability of what was anticipated. So that's why, you know, people, they say that they know 100%, and I appreciate that you're being honest, Peter, and saying,
give me a second. Yeah. What I should do? Should I play quotes in quotes God roles that I know? Oh no, it's nonsense.
Right. And I agree with you. I mean, because people think they have direct knowledge of everything, or there's some kind of foreseer or psychic knowing of all these different details. And you know, hey, you know, Peter, you have access to records and you can see into the future, but like there's variations of things if yes, you really are seeing.
Because there is no one solid future, apodictic, you know, profits. It's no. There are tons of variations of futures, and it's only about us and our, I'd say, our actions, which future will came as quotes our truth, our reality. That's it.
Yeah, and I think it's, it's not popular to say, well, you don't know or whatever, but there's a level of conscience involved and responsibility, and you and I don't have the ego that some people have that insists that they know everything. And I don't want to have the ego for that. I want to have some it's the inner truth that we're working on, and to have people, there's certain pieces of information that we do know solidly, but I don't want to be those people that are insisting that we know everything or anything like that. I think it's detrimental. It's irresponsible. It's
like
guiding people in the wrong direction.
But like it or not, we are not those people. They believe that they know everything or whatever, and it's in the end of the day, as it is this saying in English, in the end of the day, it will be like that, because as I said, it will get that those people, they are saying they know everything or almost everything, that they were not right. And I don't want to say I'm right or you are right, but this is it. We are not offering you the truth. We are offering you information.
Right.
And it's up to you to search from every single possible and accessible information source, not only from internet, from, I don't know, older newspapers, I don't know, from books in
yeah, for whatever resource that they find. I mean, there's microfiche in the library. There's a lot of different ways to research.
This is it.
Yeah.
Can we repeat that? So maybe from books, from library or whatever. This is it. Am I right?
Right. You're right. So, all right, let's move. Now that we know that Darkfleet is messing with a lot of these problems that we have, so they've really stepped in, and they're a much more prominent role than we realize. A lot of people brag about being a part of Darkfleet because they feel that it's a secret soldier program, but they're being used.
A second. Technically, yes, it is, but they were, let me correct you, not used, misused.
Right. They're being misused to help this agenda that is harmful to humans, because they're not human in origin. And so we're like we're like prey, and they're the predator.
For them, definitely.
Yeah. So, and then also there's these different generations of them that you said, and
give me a second. Not them. Their spaceships.
They're spaceships.
Because spaceships, their spaceships, they are their, let's say, soldiers and weapons 2 in 1. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
So, all right, and that makes a lot of sense. So that leads us then, we're going to go over to here, and Fast and Furious, which you've been bringing up for a while, which is soft disclosure regarding what's happening.
So many people don't believe it because it's just action movie, and to be perfectly honest, kind of, it's how can I say it? It's making some sort of fun from it because it's hard to believe those action scenes. I mean, but like it or not, those stuff are showing the truth. That's the stuff. No, I mean, not about action scenes, but the family story, and you know, those things.
But it's connected to Dark Fleet. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, and in this F9, which is the Fast Saga, you have Dominic, who is pretty much, you know, the primary guy in the whole series, and this is his brother, and the brother betrays him. You know, turns. He becomes very robotic, very strong, very resistant.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. You look at this; it almost looks like one of the Dark Fleet spaceships.
This is definitely, I mean, the choice of this crazy whatever truck definitely wasn't just coincidence. It's technically Dark Fleet what Dark Fleet tool on the wheels. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
And there is Cypher, if you can see her.
Yep,
yes,
Cypher right
hair.
here.
Yes, with short hair. Yep.
Yeah.
Just by the way. So technically, Jacob Toretto, do you know what was crazy? I faced him multiple times. First time not directly, just from let's say safety distance, and the whole feeling is so weird. I don't know. It's so
he's very enhanced at this
yes,
point.
he's almost says some sort of cyborg, but technically, once we talked about him with Alex Chen. She's from character from Life is Strange Through Colors, and she can feel the emotions. And she was feeling very odd about him, because she was like, okay, there are colors, even the stones, the flowers, the trees, the animals have certain colors. That means emotions. But how in the world is possible that there is no emotion? I mean, like technically, how can I say it? He was black and white. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, what are you talking about? How do you mean by black and white? And she told me like, it looks like no emotion. And I was like, how in the world can someone have no emotion? I mean, even the worst emotions, do you know what I'm trying to say? And then we talked about that with Anthony Zander, and Anthony tried to smile. That, okay, do you know what? You don't get it? And I was like, what do you mean I don't get it? Because no emotion, there is no emotion once we are talking about AI. And I was like, holy crap, this is so crazy. This is it.
You could see it in his eyes that there's
like nothing.
There's nothing. Yeah.
There is nothing. Yes, you can see it. There is just emptiness. Yeah. If we can, what do you think? Am I using
so
right
this is Alex. I just want to say, so Alex works with you in the merge, right?
Yeah.
And so she has abilities of seeing what auras and
yes, but do you know, it is so good that even, I don't know, even stones have emotions.
Yes.
Flowers, trees.
Yeah, they're living. Everything is living here.
Because
and when something isn't living anymore, you can feel it.
It's nonsense, because I don't know, wood can't live. No, it is living. Even the stones, do you know what I mean? Or
yes,
soil is living. People don't believe it. I mean, not all, but most people don't believe it. It's like, nah, it's nonsense. It can, yes, it is. But technically, as I said, once it is AI, yes, AI can fake emotions. But as I'm using this parallel, like wait, real, that means natural vitamins, and any sort of good stuff, you know?
Yeah, everything has some life force in it. I
Yes,
would say
yes.
life
And
force,
then
God
give
source.
me a
Yeah.
second. I'm talking about that what you can eat, like
Mm-hmm.
nutritions, and it will never be the same in pills. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you will get the right dosage of your daily dosage or whatever, but it will never be the same if you will eat, I don't know, like apple. Do you know what I mean? Or pineapple or
Something
whatever.
real. Yeah, living food. Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 yes. Or meat or whatever. And this is exactly it. And that was like, what are you talking about? What's wrong? What's so odd? And she was like, it is black and white. And I was like, what do you mean black and white? Everything is colorful. Even the metal, I don't know, like the cars or whatever, it was colorful. And that's it, artificial. Do you know what I mean? But it was colorful. And no, he wasn't. It's like nothing. Yes,
Like that.
exactly like that. Exactly like that. Exactly. And she felt very odd. Like I don't want to look at him, not anymore. And I was like, okay, good to know. Good to know. You
So
know,
that they had completely compromised him and changed him to
some sort of.
so
I
on
don't know.
some level he is now behind the shadow group, and all of the people that are involved with the shadow group look like this. Does Alex say that as well?
Yes, like no emotions, like black and white. Yeah. Yeah, black and white. Yes, some
So
sort
let's
of Android-ish RoboCop, whatever. Yeah, something like that.
so we talked about him being involved with some of the elite forces, and one of them was SEAL Team 6,
Definitely SEAL Team 6, DevGrew,
DevGroup,
DevGrew. Yeah.
DE Development Group.
Yes, yes.
And there's a lot of like, you know, there's some books and information because they're almost like ghosts. They move in and out of spaces.
Yes,
And
definitely. You can't get any sort of photos of them or whatever. And I don't know, for example, they don't know how they look. And I am not kidding you. They don't know how they look like because they've got always the masks. Do you know what I mean? No, they really don't know how they look like. It's crazy. I mean, each other. Delta
yeah,
Force is another. Delta Force is another. They are another crazy guys.
there's another one, right? Yep,
Jeez,
Delta Forces.
jeez, this is another. Those are another crazy ones.
This I felt like I've communicated with SEAL Team 6 a few times, telepathically, and maybe others as well. You know, you could tell when you're going into a field where the frequency is that they will communicate or a remote view or however they're doing because they're very gifted.
And the stuff is that they know. That's it. They know. It's like how can I say it? They don't trust anyone. Both like SEALs Team 6 and Delta Force, and it's like this syndrome, like 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 always. Do you know what I mean? Like the looking for the shoulder. Do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean that they're looking for the shoulder?
No,
Oh, looking
like
over their shoulder, you mean?
over the shoulder. You are
Yeah.
talking with them, and they're, what are you doing? We are here alone. No, we are not here alone.
Yeah, they have a full awareness, like a very heightened awareness.
Yeah,
And
but
I
look at that. Try to think that you don't know who you are working with. It's crazy. This is next level of craziness.
Yeah.
They never ever get out the masks. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy.
Here's some, this guy right here, I guess, is the founder of Delta Force. Charles Beckwith.
Yeah, so you can get, give me a second, just open the, okay, you open the
Do you want me to open this?
photo, and the photo down below, just make it, yes.
Yeah, that's
So you can see this is fake. Because once they will go to the action, they will never ever get the masks down. Or if this photo is legit, they will never ever operate together as a unit. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so they're trying to show that this is Delta Force, but not necessarily like these guys right here.
Yes, I mean, yes, they can be, but fact is that once they don't have masks, they will never operate together. No, like, forget about that. Never. Mm-mm. They are super cautious. They are crazy. Jesus Christ.
It's another.
Yes, look at that. They don't have masks down. Mm-mm. Never.
Yeah, maybe this guy right here, but the rest, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're hard to detect who they are. Yep.
This is it. Hey, I am not fooling you guys, and neither our listeners. They are crazy. Yeah. And if we can,
picture of them. And
yes,
there they are showing themselves.
Yes, this is it, because technically they don't know each other. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is so crazy. Oh man. And the same stuff with SEAL 6, if we can go back, just by the way. I think that there is no
this is that they're recruiting.
Yeah. Okay. They are recruiting.
I can
but can we go down?
We can
we
look
go
at
down?
Pictures, maybe.
Can we go down? Here in
Yeah.
the and everything completely is classified. Look at that drone. Isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then do you know what is crazy? In the middle of drone, there is a rocket. No, I mean it for real.
Right in here.
Yeah. It's a rocket.
Yep.
The drone itself is a rocket. Oh, it has machine guns, and side by side, yes, down below the wings, yes, 2 machine guns, and the whole drone is practically the rocket. Yep. They are using crazy stuff. Jeez. Yeah.
Yep. They have names here too. People that were involved, I guess.
I mean, give me a second. Yes, but only after they left.
Yep. You can see some of the guys here. But when they're in operation, you can't see because there's no way you would know which ones were involved in some of these.
Of course not. Of course.
Yeah. So,
do you want to?
This is there was a movie on them, or was it a TV series? SEAL Team 6.
Yep. All right.
And here's like one of their masks.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yep.
I think you've got
the military. You can't really make out who they are.
Then you've got another picture of another side of the pictures. I don't know which kind of sides. The second card, I think it is.
Up here.
Yep.
No.
No.
So I believe that's no. This is Spetsnaz.
Yeah. So we can go to another wiki page, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
So just a brief introduction. This is Special Operation Forces or Operation Forces for
Russia.
for special purposes in Russia. Yeah, Spetsnaz, and they are operating with GRU, so it's a military intelligence service, something like MIC, Military Intelligence Corps in US. And just by the way, fact is that from
that sniper.
Yeah, look at that.
Jesus.
What?
All this stuff. Look at the stuff on him. That's crazy. It looks like a bunch of leaves, right?
Yep, exactly. Okay, so Barkov is from Spetsnaz, and he formerly served in GRU. And the question is, where the hell operated Lynch, aka Berg? Nobody knows it 100%ly, because certain files are saying that he was operating in MIA, then went to MIC, and then he was somewhere in between, and that's kind of crazy, in between Delta Force and SEALs 6, what is technically impossible. What do you mean by, do you know what I'm trying to say by in between? It's impossible. For him, yes, at least it looks like, or maybe he was involved in some sort of special team, even we don't know that exists. And he, simply he wants to be independent. He went off, and they created this crazy shadow stuff, and they started the whole quotes in quotes project with Barkov. It was approximately 18, maybe 20 years ago. So we can go for Roman Barkov. Can you write it, please?
Sure.
Okay, fine.
So, and he was originally a part of this Spetsnaz.
Yes, but technically he started career in GRU and then in Spetsnaz. Roman Barkov. Yep. That's it. And yeah, that's him. Yes. And another problem, because he's a real pain in the ass, like it or not, he is. And the fact is that there is another guy who I really hate them. I really hate him, like it or not. I really hate him. This is it. Lynch, aka Berg. The name is Patrick Wilson.
Okay, so what if I go to Call of Duty? What is the name that it would be in Call of Duty?
No, there is no name of Call of Duty. It's the former actor Patrick Wilson, and we will get how Lynch, aka Berg looks like. Patrick Wilson, yeah. I don't know. It's so crazy. He's doing all kind of, Patrick Wilson, yep. Yep, this is him.
And he was in the A-Team movie,
yes,
right?
This is it what I'm talking about. This is it what I'm talking about.
So this is the head of the shadow group. It looks just like this guy, Patrick Wilson.
Yeah. He started this stuff in mutual agreement with Barkov. Mutual agreement with Roman Barkov. Yeah. Yeah.
And for those of you that wanted to see the way he operates, so it's A-Team. Which one is that?
This movie.
Right, yeah. 2010 movie.
Exactly. Exactly this. Exactly.
There is no plan B. Yep.
Exactly this. And fact is what? Fact is that there is Eli Rizov too, but there is no accessible photo of him. He's from Mossad, just by the way.
Yeah. So we have.
But the stuff is that he operated in Kidon. Yes, in Kidon. Yep.
So there's Mossad.
Yes, he's originated in Mossad from Israel, and he operated in Kidon. Yeah.
There's one picture that they have. There's a 7. I'm noticing the 7 came up also on the Spetsnaz.
Nope.
This is like a 007.
Yep, you are right.
MiG 21.
Yep.
MiG 21. Okay. So
and then operated in Kidon. He operated in Kidon. Yep.
Right here. Kidon is an elite group of expert assassins who operate under the Caesarea branch of the espionage organization. Not much is known about this mysterious unit, details of which are some of the most closely guarded secrets in the Israeli intelligence community. The unit only recruits among former soldiers from the elite IDF Special Forces units. And I'm sure there's some Americans there, because I know that people that
of course
people so that are Hebrew here, they go over there to train, don't they, for a year or something like that?
Yes. So just open IDF and we will see. IDF Special Force Unit.
IDF.
You got it. Here. No. Just roll just a little bit down.
There it is.
Yes, exactly. Yep, we've got it.
Yeah, Israeli Defense Force.
But that's it.
Counterterrorism.
In IDF Special Forces, you've got like elite units, and even from elite, they are elites from elites. Do you know what I mean? This is crazy, and they are getting to Kidon. This is crazy.
Yeah, some really interesting pictures that they have available. This is where
so give me a second.
Golan Heights.
Can you determine where are the soldiers? Because there are the soldiers. I am not kidding you.
Wow, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, they are like chameleons. They are 5. Give me a second. 6 soldiers. That's a challenge.
There are 6 soldiers in this picture.
Yeah. There are 6 soldiers in this picture. Yeah.
Wow. And you can tell by looking at the picture?
Yep. Just in, I measured it 3.3 seconds.
Oh, wow.
I measured it.
That's amazing, Peter. Well, that's why I mean,
what?
I always tell people you're the soldier. You know, you've been doing this, I don't know how many years, because you've done it
33,
more than 40 and back and all that stuff, right? How many times?
Yeah. This is crazy. 3.3 seconds. Yeah. 3.228 to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I count them 6. Yeah.
So
Such a
Peter,
fun.
how long have you been a soldier for? How many years?
As I said, 33 years in this context of existence.
But yet they've taken you. So if you were to calculate, like, would it be like hundreds of years or?
No. Few millennia.
Really, a few
Yeah.
millennia. Yeah.
Let's say longer than counts of Jewish calendar. What is 8,000 8,000 sorry, this need to be edited, my bad. What is 5,800 years or so, something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, you're like a very, very advanced soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, on another level.
Yeah, but I will say, if you say that I am honest, I will be honest, very honest, not only with you, but with our listeners, the fact that we as the soldiers make some good calls, some like 50-50, some really bad calls, calls that means decisions, and all kind of that stuff. And this is the saying, like, real men are strong, real men are not crying. That's not true. Men are crying, just in that case, nobody else will see it, just by the way,
Yeah. Do I dare?
Because you said that I'm honest, and what the heck should I do? Should I make my mask, quotes and quotes, mask? Do you know what I mean? No, I'm human too, and once I met certain mates, friends, is it like how it is? We lost some brothers, they are
Yeah,
no longer with us.
that's the danger of it all.
Yeah.
Do I dare ask how long I've been a soldier?
Yeah. You are a soldier from different point of view, but actually you are a soldier longer than me, just by the way. You are 6 centuries exactly a soldier, longer than me, but not like in combat soldier. You are making those stuff psychically,
Right. I have done some physical stuff as well. I know I have. But yeah,
so this can be a challenge if you can see 6 soldiers here.
Yeah. I can't see them, to be honest with you.
No.
No.
No, I will not say. No, guys.
That could be a nice little quiz of people could come in and maybe circle the areas where they think they are, and then
give me a second. This is it.
We could have people do that and then send it in to us during our Q&A.
The better soldier you are, the better is your ability to cover yourself, like chameleon. If it is chameleon, okay, fine, but you never ever can find him because he will mask himself that perfectly.
Yeah, well, chameleon, but also being able to, if you're a good chameleon, then you can also see others as chameleons, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No, you are right. You are right, actually.
All right, we're going to say that to the public. We're going to have people, this is the challenge, to find the soldiers.
Yeah, 6 soldiers.
Okay, send it in.
There are 6 soldiers on the picture. So say in the comments or maybe whatever. What do you think, huh?
Yeah, Or they can email me.
Yep. I'm kind of hyped. If
All
they
right.
will.
So email me at jessica@readingsbyarael.com, and we'll have that underneath the link, and that way, if someone posts it and said that they saw it, and then other people are seeing what someone else posted, we kind of want people to just see if they can do it on their own, and if they're up for the challenge. And of course, there's no right or wrong. I mean, if they didn't get it, that's fine. But if they want to get into this, then I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So
It
we're
is
gonna.
not, let's say, mandatory or so, but it's kind of because I will be not good soldier if I will not see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we can move forward, I think. What do you think? Huh?
Yeah. This is the Keton. These are the pictures that came up for them, and
Once again, no faces. It's
yeah.
normal. No faces.
Look at that. They look like assassins there,
Yep, they are like that.
or ninjas.
Yeah. No, but give me a second. They are like that. They are
Yeah.
trained like ninjas, or if you
Oh.
want to call it that way, then yeah.
Okay. So here is the law enforcement of Slovakia.
So my homeland, just by the way.
Your homeland. Yep.
Yeah.
And
So technically, we've got special for law enforcement, special links commando, SCAT, links. What is not true that is Slovakian only. It's not that 100% true, because fact is that it's Slovak and Czech commando is one of the best elite army units in the world. They are taken very serious. The people all around the world, and then army units, special army units all around the world are taking them very serious. Small numbers, but one man is like a whole army. It's like, holy crap, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, we are. Yes, because look at that. It's pretty much like small. We are small in numbers, but extremely well trained and whatever. We are just 4 point. Need to be edited. We are just 5.4 millions of the people in my country, but the rates. I mean, how many people want to get recruited, and how many ended up in the unit is the lowest in the world. That means there is the toughest recruiting process in the world. Believe me or not, it's true. It's absolutely crazy. It's like, Jesus.
These are pretty, very intense looking pictures. Yeah. And you can see that this guy's ready to jump off. Someone right here. Yes, I remember you telling that story about jumping, going out of the plane with was it Jeep or something, and you landed?
No, it was tank. Many people don't believe it, but it was tank. It was.
And there was no parachute, or there was a parachute?
Give me a second. There was 3 or 4 parachutes, but pretty much all of them just malfunctioned. It was absolutely crazy, and I don't know what, like.
Well, you live to talk about it, so.
Let's say the whole action went to some sort of chaos. And it was those actions, like, no, just forget about that.
I'm looking at this right here. This came up as links.
By the way, give me a second. Do you know what is crazy? That our companies, because we are manufacturing cars in Slovakia, and this is nobody will take this drawing serious because it's just comic book drawing. But believe me or not, very similar special bodysuits are using a Lynx Commando members. Very similar, but nobody is allowed to talk about that. But there is one exploration. How can we call it? Like he's making his investigative journalist. He took some photos, but he was way too afraid to publish them. So he make few drawings, and it looks like that. It really enhanced and advanced those guys, and it looks very similar to that. This is extremely close to the reality. It's crazy.
Wow. And that's that they have that with links.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do you, I know that Gary and some of the other from the Council 5 are over in that region sometimes.
No, don't talk about Gary, because Gary got really upset because there are coffee shortages in Slovakia, and Jesus Christ, he needs coffee. And yeah.
Well, so I'm sure that he's going to do something about it then, because I wouldn't tolerate a shortage in coffee either.
What? This is, hey.
Yeah, maybe he can help us. But I know that, you know, because I went over to Prague and I drove through there. I didn't really stay there very long. But
no, Prague is in Czech Republic, but we were mutual state for 70 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful city. It's beautiful, but you could feel immediately that there was some stuff going on.
What do you mean stuff?
There, just, you know, there's the energy. The energy is multi-leveled. So
yeah, I can confirm it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and but which makes it volatile. It had a volatility, which is probably why there were so many wars over there, because you could feel that there's layers of realities.
You mean they are overgridding and whatever?
I don't think they were overdoing anything. I think there's just the energy is
overgridding, like grid with.
Oh, you mean like that there's more than one layer of realities?
Yes, and the layers are gridding over each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Which brings in those bleed throughs and other things that causes wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about GROM. What do you think about it?
Yep. We'll go on to that next.
To the GROM.
Here's GROM, and that's the
elite Polish unit, and those guys are crazy too. Jesus Christ, this is so crazy. we were talking about certain stuff with them, and they were like, "Why you are talking so much?" And even I finished the sentence. They were already all over the place. They are crazy. Jesus Christ.
This is during the Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get what's this? U.S. Navy SEALs and GROM Naval Warfare Team practicing in Poland.
Yeah, they are crazy. As I said.
Not many pictures here, but that's their logo. It's interesting. Almost looks like the Nazi thing here.
You know,
there's a lot going on.
They are inspired by specific, how can we say it? Specific procedures Germans were doing in during Second World War.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, we talked about all of the futuristic video games and the information like The Witcher and Cyberpunk
And of
2077.
course, Observer, System
Observer.
Redux. Everything was from all of those games was developed by Polish studios, and that's it. It makes perfect sense. But those people, I mean, those quotes, skeptical people, those skeptics, they will not believe it. But it is, strange energy, because it makes sense that most of those bright ideas, brilliant ideas about the games with soft disclosure, it came from Poland, It is way too obvious, way too obvious that something is going on in there,
Yeah, there was I'm trying to remember, there was like this thing called show called Teen Wolf, and I think it's the Dread Doctors. It's almost like they look like these Dread Doctors. Let's see if I can get the image for it. Because you look at the way he is, and it's very futuristic. These are like the Dread Doctors.
Yep, exactly. It's like, holy crap, what's going on there? Yep.
So if you take that other picture, and where is it?
No, I mean, I know what
you see that?
I know what's your point. Yeah.
I mean, that's
know
them
point.
in the future, maybe, or not, maybe not Dread Doctors, but a futuristic group, and you could see that they actually there's time travel or something going on there, right, Peter? In order for them to.
No, I know. No, of course.
And why is it so much there? Is there something like, I know they have the amber
in the middle of Europe, you mean?
Yeah, well, in particular
because there are rare metals, certain specific minerals, or I don't know, specifically in the Poland. Amber, yes, amber. It's just very specific. Yes, yep. Yes. Yes, you got it.
Do you want to say anything else about GROM, or should we go on to the next one?
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
This is just some more pictures of special forces. I mean, look at this. That's crazy.
Yeah, do you know what? This is very good to have. 4 eyes. No, why you are laughing? This is not fair.
How do they do that? Is that spin over so they can look at?
Yes. You've got pretty much 360 degree view. Yep. Or technically, one is normal. One is one ocular is I don't know, like UV, ultraviolet. Another is like for do you know what I mean? Night view or whatever. Yeah.
This one says the 10 most elite forces. Oh, sorry. I thought it was going to be like a list somewhere. But anyhow. Yeah, no, this is pretty interesting. Here's another one.
Or thermal camera, thermal camera. You have many stuff you have, and
the eyes at the back of the head too. Is that?
Yeah, all kind of that stuff you have. Very interesting. Yeah, it looks kind of odd, you know.
Yeah, it does. Now look at this group right here.
Yeah, those are crazy. Yeah.
Which one is that, Peter?
I'm not 100% sure right now which one of those. Okay, so what do you think? Can we move or not?
Yeah, so this is the stuff that we were looking at before because the Jinn were involved with this shadow group, and we talked about this already.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Ravana that we mentioned before, and he also was part of your journey when you were.
Oh no, I mean, crap. He's so vicious. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so he kind of showed up when you were traveling, and you had an encounter with him, and then we talked about Shiva, but we hadn't talked about Kali.
You know what? Let's talk about Kali. Go ahead.
Yeah, you
I mean,
said,
I'm
did
no
you say you
expert
saw
in
her
here.
too?
Give me a second. I've got no goddamn clue about that. If I will say it in English, I don't give a shit about that. I know that there is Kali, but I don't know like nothing.
She
Yeah,
was she there or was she wasn't there when you
give
went
me,
in that
give me a
space?
second. It is she.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she was goddamn vicious. Jesus Christ, she was vicious too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you
So
see
technically,
there's these images of her.
oh man, no, yes, but it is exactly. But give me, yes, this is exactly it. I don't know how many.
Like collecting
Uh,
all the heads around her neck.
yes, but give me a second. The hands too. I don't know how many hands. So give me a second. In instance, we entered their I don't know quote comfort zone, the space or whatever, and that was it. Why they were so mad at us? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it
Yeah.
out
Well,
because.
so it's like an uninvited guest. Someone walks in your house. Well, how do you feel? Right? They walk
But
in
we
your
didn't
house, go to
ask
your
about the hey.
refrigerator.
But
Are you
give me a
gonna?
sec. Give me a second. But we didn't ask about that. We didn't make it intentionally. So maybe they will. I think I highly doubt that they will not get it. Give me a second. She's naked.
Yeah. Yep. There's just a lot of different pictures of her. People have seen her or interacted, and you know that the Hindu have
Yes,
a.
technically she was naked once. I mean, almost naked. Some sort of clothes, bikini, whatever. But yes, the mm, tongue was very crazy. Like, like she was upset or whatever.
Yeah. Is she that color skinned?
Yeah, kind of blue-ish, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, technically, according to the Hindu calendar, we're in the what's called the Kali Yuga, was the I don't know 1,000 years or so, or I don't have it. I don't have the information in front of me, but
Give me a second. So that means that
we're in
now
her
should
like
be.
the age of Aquarius. Well, this is the Kali Yuga, is
Oh
like the
man.
time period. So it's like her time.
So
So
we should be super cautious about her, right?
yeah, she's kind of
Yes.
elevated in her influence. Um, but yeah, I don't particularly interact with her. I feel like she's too volatile, and
So give me a second.
I want to
This
go
is
there.
God or demon? God or demon?
Um, they call her a demon here. The Hindus might disagree with that. Um, see the reigning lord of the Kali Yuga, nemesis of Kalki, and the 10th and final avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu. So it's saying it's an
Give me a
avatar
second.
of
So it is
Vishnu.
Vishnu or Kali? I'm
Kali is supposed to, according to Wikipedia, I would like to get some feedback from people who are Hindu to share their information
opinion.
because
You mean opinion or
yeah,
explanations?
yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't want to be disrespectful to their views and belief system or say that this is what they are. I haven't had a whole lot of interaction with her. I will say that, I don't need any information regarding Ravana. I've been dealing with him for years and we get in arguments. But
So
with her,
Ravana is definitely a demon.
a demon. He's definitely a demon. But Kali, some people might feel otherwise, but even if she is connected to Vishnu, I would say she's a harsh side of Vishnu.
What do you mean by harsh? Like bad side of
like that.
bad aspect? Bad aspect?
It's like the when you're ready to get the divorce part, of the marriage.
What? This is oh.
You know what I mean? It's like the end of the road. It's like almost like, all right, this one I don't think I want to deal with, and you sort of walk away.
You know what, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, the vindictive wife or husband. It's that's what it feels like.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not very comforting seeing her, holding on to somebody's head. And but maybe there's another reason for this, but you see the crows there, and she's got blood and a skull, and then a collection of all the heads that she probably, decapitated, and and there's the snakes are there. I don't know, not a feel good god if she is one. So, but that if people want to, add their views,
but give me a second. The stuff is, however it is, those entities were there. I mean, here in our world, but there. I mean, in those years, like 2000, maybe, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 years ago, or 5 maybe. And my question is, why do you believe that so many people deny their existence? I mean, from, I don't know, scientific part of the world that they don't believe, or why do you think it is so?
Because it just, if you look at it and you say, well, that can't be, someone that has all those arms and legs. I mean, right here, she looks like a spider, she looks like a spider being.
Approximately, so, yeah.
Yeah. And like the black spider I was looking at earlier. I don't know, because it's just one culture, it seems realistic, to another it doesn't, depending on what you were raised seeing, because they are very they're colorful, they're animated. The artwork looks like, a cartoon. And so, or, to what we would, the Western world would perceive as a cartoon, and very fascinating looking. And so it's just something that doesn't look familiar, whereas, say a Christian group sees everything else as being pagan, or not open to whether they just think this is like the one true God, there's only one God. And so then they think everything else is either fake or doesn't exist or can't affect them.
Give me a second. Sorry, I know it's impolite to interrupt you, but there is one interesting sentence. Kali, God of destruction. What do you think about this sentence? Can you see it? The sentence, Kali, God of destruction. It is written on this.
Yes.
So what's your idea about that?
Well, if she's like the end, so they say, say the beginning of Vishnu is good, and then the end is destruction. Like, this is the end. This is the last.
Like, give me a second. Like the circle? You mean like a circle?
Possibly, yeah. Okay. Yeah, like the beginning and an end. Well, and when you talk about
Krishna is let's say maintaining the balance, for example.
I don't know if it's just Krishna, but there's others there. There's, like I said, Shiva's there, and he's Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, and there's many others. There's so many that are, have a
Okay.
But I think, even in Christianity and in Judaism, there's the Alpha and the Omega, they say, the beginning and the end.
That's true.
And so it's similar in that sense. If you go down through the time where there's like, you know, in the beginning there's this benevolence, towards the end.
Yes, because
there's
for example,
Revelations, maybe.
None of popes can be Peter, because Peter will be the last pope. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. It's like,
yeah.
But do you know? Give me a second, and I'm goddamn serious. No, I'm goddamn serious about that. Do you know that he was that? How can I say it? That afraid that he almost. How can I say it? Denied to be Pope.
The original
Francis,
Peter?
Give me a second. Francis.
Oh, okay.
Originally, Francis, they wanted to, I mean, you know, this convent, and I don't know how can I call them, they voted the Pope. They want to give him the name Peter, and I am not kidding you. And he was like, what? No, I'm not kidding you.
So he knew that meant that was going to be the last Pope.
Give me a second. I am just saying that they've got certain, those cardinals, they do you know what I mean? They were there, that they've got certain vision, if we want to call it that way, and they want to call him Peter, but he was like, what? I can't be Peter. Do you know what I mean? And he's Francis right now. I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what you're implying, is that if it was Peter, then it would have been the end?
This is what I'm saying. Isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? And nobody wants to talk about that.
No, but there is, you know, in all the belief systems, they do pretty much have a beginning and an end, or there's an Ouroboros, where it kind of swallows itself, or there's an infinite loop, or like infinity, you know. So it's however you want to see. But when the belief system, you know, presents something.
Give me a second, but I don't know how it is possible that none of you know, elites within the church, I mean Christian Catholic Church, nobody wants to talk about it. And I know it from very reliable and independent sources that he should be Peter. And he was like, what? What are you talking about? And to be perfectly honest, he was like that he believed that they were, I don't want to say on drugs or whatever, but because he was terrified. I mean it for real. I mean it for real.
So from your perspective, do you think that him being Peter would mean the end of the Catholic Church, or the end of our world?
The end of our context of existence as we know it.
Right, right.
So technically, you know, CBD and all kind of those things.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. I'm goddamn serious.
But you had also talked, well, that they were trying to do a context, another shift in our timeline. That the shadow group is trying to do.
Yes. They are they were almost successful. Just by the way, yesterday. So let's say the day and time of this video, it's Sunday, November 21st, 2021. No, there is no coincidence about this date. And they almost was successful in Saturday, November 20. They were almost successful. Just by the way.
To change our context of existence?
Yes, and that's the problem. let's say, was almost successful, but then they realized what in the world will happen. Because as we mentioned, not only mentioned, as we played this video with alien believed maybe our, he will be our descendant. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
The last show we had that alien which was them, right? It was supposed to be Dark Fleet.
Technically, yes, you are right. And technically now they completely lose control. I mean, my bad. Umbrella, they completely lose control over the CDD and all kind of those things. And the shadows finally realize that, okay, and what will happen if the reality reset went totally even out of our control. So finally it illuminated them. So just by the way. So if you have any other stuff, because I think we've got plenty of stuff to talk about, or not?
Yeah, we still have more.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh man, this is so good. Oh, do you know what? I think we've got, we can stop right now. Yep. Because we've got already 1.5 hours, and we will start with this game, Dark Pictures Anthology.
This is also connected because it's military, and we encourage people to maybe watch a trailer about it, and then we'll be ready to have a discussion regarding.
Yes, I think from my point of view, this will be very good point to stop the second part of this series, and it will be very good point to start the third part. What do you think?
Yep. Okay, so I guess that wraps it up for this second show. And thank you, Peter. That was a lot of information. I think it was extremely helpful. We got more in depth and details about, some of the things that have been going on, as well as some of the back history of soldiers and the operations around the world. So any last words?
I think from my point of view this was fine, and I'm looking forward for next time. So hold tight, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, and thanks for listening to the second part of the series regarding Dark Fleet. And, thank you for your support. Thank you for reaching out to us. And thank you for your comments. Remember that we're going to do a Q&A once we're finished with this series. So everyone have a good day. And until next time, we'll see you then.
You have been listening to the Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Marrocco. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Visit www.acio-agency.org and www.readingsbyarael.com. Post your questions and comments below. We look forward to hearing from you. Feel free to support our work. All links can be found in the description. Thank you.